continue.
Oh,
Part two.
part two? Well, I am self-proclaiming myself the poster child for the baby boomers. I got the age, I've been a baby boomer my whole life, but I've also been disabled my whole life. And I haven't, oh, yes. Have a pizza. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, we'll change the world. But they told my folks when I was born, I wouldn't live to be, 3 days. And that I was gonna I've got spina bifida, got complications, that if I survived the spina scoliosis and what it does to my breathing and everything else, that I have kidney problems within a year. So, here I am. I'm a senior citizen. I'm one of the few people women my true age. I turned 60 last year, this last August. And I was, in my life, I went to school. I was mainstream before they had the word. My mom took me down to the school and I did okay on the paperwork. And in some ways even, I could walk a little better then. And the other little kids helped me. So the baby boom generation, I've been part of it and I've been carried along with it, and we have changed every stage of life as we've come to it. And it's time to do it again. Now, I went to school, I went to college, I went to law school, I opened a law practice, I have a law practice, I'm still licensed as actively in the state of Utah as a lawyer. I also started a wheelchair van business, and it was 25 years old last April. My law degree goes back 30 years, and so I've run the law practice, I own the van business, I had an art gallery. Part of me is an artist, and so I had an art gallery, and for a time, I didn't do this one. This one is silk screen. It's a watercolor on silk, not a silk screen. A watercolor on silk. It's done by a man from Taiwan. He went to their university there, which is hundreds of years old. He's deaf and mute, and he expresses himself with his paintings. And he was one of the people who showed at my art gallery. And so I did have art by artists who were disabled, but it was like world-class art. And we did have some of the Christmas cards by people who were disabled, that were cute and okay, but I'm talking an art gallery. And but health and government changes and that affected the van business, different kinds of things came along. And so, like many of the baby boomers, here I am. I've worked hard my whole life. I've accomplished things that even people who aren't disabled would, that's pretty good. A lawyer and own businesses. I've been a landlady too. I own some houses. And actually, that's part of how I've gotten through the last 10 years is going through my assets that I had saved actually for my old age. The rental houses are sold, and some of these things. But Tom got sick 10 years ago, and so I went through my own private 10-year recession and was just coming out of it when the whole country dives into one. And I'm going, okay, I know what it's like when a business or a family income what goes through this. You don't, it's tough to come back. And I also know that we're talking health reform, we're talking the baby boomers, and the baby boomer generation, we're gonna have to take hold and solve the issues of aging and disability and living in your home with disability, and that's a big factor in that is transportation for the disabled. So the first time you need to go to the doctor and can't get there, turns into a big crisis and you end up in a nursing home. They can't build enough nursing home for all the baby boomers to take care of us properly. We're gonna have to assert ourselves. The health reform that I've seen so far is not what we need. It's not what the country needs. It's gonna cost a lot and be ridiculous. We have to, we need reform, we need change, we need new ways of looking at things. And I've also started a little nonprofit. I've incorporated. I've got the corporation papers. I don't have the tax exempt status yet for transportation for the disabled, which I was visioning at first, and now as for Salt Lake City. And Handyvan is still out there running. We're downsized because of the economy, and trying to hang on just when the need is going to become greater and greater between baby boomers and all the soldiers that are come back, not dead, but so disabled they're going to need services their whole life. So, let's begin.